what's going on, everybody? As you can see, we actually have some real American muscle here in the garage today. We've got a 68 SS Camaro with a dual, I hate the push rod motors, but whatever. We've got a, I can't remember what year this is. It is a, of course they don't put the year model, but it's a 302 Boss Mustang, so I'm wanting to say it's like a 70. What's up, guys? And we've got one of undoubtedly my favorite body style Mustang. This is a 95 Cobra SVT. It's right in the bubble butt era, which has got to be my favorite. And it came out of some foreign country, but there are other cars that we have too as well. I've got a Gumpert Apollo S, even though it's not American. I've got a spare SVT Cobra sitting up in the parking garage. I've got a old Ford Coupe sitting up in the parking garage, like a 1932, I believe. I know that Playway had stuck some things in as like different versions on, say, the El Camino. Got that as well, the four-wheel drive one, so it's an off-roader. But looking at the Mustang here, this, I don't know, I'm kind of torn. Mustang, or Camaro. At least he was right, and he's got the hood pins, even though the hood shouldn't open just like that. Let's see if we can take all this out. Well, at least this Mustang does come apart. Yeah, I did have, I believe, pretty close to, well, actually I was over $500,000 after selling the shit out of my garage, and then that Gumpert Apollo S cost me over $250,000. So we're kind of down on money on that, but no big deal. Let's prep this SVT here. As you can see with the mods, like they said there's clipping and stuff, like you can see through here, it's kind of a little goofy. You see the leaf spring clipping through the body, but not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. As long as, see, once you get up into it, everything is still the same. So we're gonna go ahead and take the get everything set up for a motor removal here on the SVT. I can't see. Now, if they had gotten, like, say, a 2002-ish era, the New Edge Mustang, I'd be a little bit happier, seeing how I spent $4 grand and went out and bought one. Let's get all this crap off of here so we can get the motor out of the car. But that's not going to stop us while we're here. We're going to go ahead and take everything we can off. Now the clipping is only when you're looking at it through the body, so not a huge deal breaker there. And we're definitely going to find some better rims. And that's wrong because the Mustang did not have drum brakes. Especially not the SVT. The SVT had disc brake all the way around. Not a big deal though. And get in here and gut all this stuff out. Hopefully things are repairable enough. What's up, Jack? Rotate. Make our way over here. the sport tires. That's not going to be the case when we do the Mustang. Let's get the shoes, the wheel cylinder, the hub, the housing. Shock absorber, please. Yes, these are all mods. Finally found something that I actually liked. So we have some good old-fashioned American muscle in here. 2 Fords and a Camaro. This one in particular is a 95 SVT Cobra. Wow, this car is not really that bad. I didn't pay, well, this one I paid more for than the other Cobra that's sitting up in the parking garage right now. Everything looks pretty good through here. Spin around, get all this out of the way. I have not been able to find a supercharged drag car yet. The closest thing I have to that would be a Gumper Apollo S, which I have a feeling that car is going to be stupid fast. The suspension looks like it's almost freaking new. And this isn't exactly the correct motor that's supposed to be in this car either. It's not supposed to have, it's definitely not a 302 or a 4.6 modular. But 95, I don't think 95 you are going to find the 4.6 modular in this car. I think it was still the 503. No, don't take the oil pan off, you dingus. If they offer the option to put a supercharger on this Mustang, it'd be nice. But it's the older style motor, so I highly doubt it. I hope the hell they're available in the shop, because if not, I'm screwed. This is the first time playing with a modded car, so we're gonna find out. Because that was definitely one of my concerns. Alright, knuckles out, that's all the suspension. Battery's in a weird spot, but okay. I'm not gonna question it, it is a Mustang. Didn't it have a fan on it? Alright, let's see, let's go get the motor hoist. Go over to lifter A, we've got all our stuff. Ready to yank this motor out. I hope that we are able to get the parts. Alright, so we got that motor on the crate, or stand rather. Let's check the body shop, you know, that's a really smart idea. Okay, yep, I see 1932 Ford bumper, so let's go with Cobra, see what pulls up. Echo's front Cobra, that's probably not a good idea to choose. Yep, right there, there's all the parts. Ford Mustang SVT Cobra, front bumper, doors. So all the body panels are there. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and, while we're here, buy all of it. So now we've got all the body parts for this Mustang. So that's actually pretty cool. We want our new front bumper on. Quit hitting the wrong button. Can you tell it's been a while since I've played this game? Our new SVT hood. Damn it, get out of my way. No, but stop it. Jesus. Our new fender. New front glass. Front door. Window. Side mirror. Brand new bumper for it. New glass for the back. New trunk. New taillight. Window and a mirror. So now our Mustang is retrofitted with all our newer parts, which means in the inventory here we can go ahead and we're going to start by ditching the springs and wheels and all that shit. There, we got all the body parts out of the way because all our new body parts are on the car. Let's go to the repair bench and see what we can fix. What do we got and what do we don't have anymore? Alright, so that was not 100, that's not 100. 100. They need to make it to where you can actually fix the freaking gas tank for once. Jesus. Alright, so our hubcap. Robot bushing. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but holy crap, my head is spinning. We're not going to throw out the battery. Alright, so we've got a lot of our drivetrain components here still salvageable. They're going to go back in the car. We're going to throw this battery on the charger. That way we can go ahead and get the suspension put back together on this car. Then we'll tear the motor apart. After the motor's out, or motor's done and put back together, we will, yeah, you can't really, true, you can't really fix a gas tank, which, thanks for reminding me about that, because it's the first thing I'm going to order, is a gas tank. Definitely are going to need a fuel tank. What the hell? I hate it when it does that. Suspension, please. Can I, that might be a problem. How are you supposed to, rebuild the suspension? Ah, there we go. That was a little bit of a pain in the ass to get up in there, but we did it. Usually you're supposed to hold it to get in there, but I guess with these ones you don't. Learning curve. Alright, let's get this SVT fixed up. So we know what we're going to need two of. We're going to need some brake drums. And I gotta say, for a while, really didn't have the motivation to play this game because I was just still pissed off with how many things that were busted with it. But after Mike went through and was looking at all the mods and stuff, it was funny because I was talking about a mid-90s Mustang, and it just so happened to be at the same time he was looking at one. He goes, "Oh, you mean like this?" I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here. A 95 SVT Cobra, you seriously found one?" Sent me the link. I was like, dude, renewed faith. The modding community, I think, is what's really going to bring this back in. God damn it. Well, at least I know I didn't buy parts in vain. If that's the case, I need 8 more of those too then. Trying not to go bankrupt here. It's the first time I think I've been down this low on cash. I'm hoping that restoring this car brings me some decent money, so we don't have the fuel, don't have the funding problem. Some of these cars are absolutely ridiculously expensive. Like the Gumpert, I paid way too much money for that car, and I'm probably never going to see everything out of it. Bushing back there. Leaf plates and U-bolts. Alright, so this is gonna take, what is that? Rear muffler, overhead valve. Middle mufflers. So we'll go ahead and get that from the back. And I'm probably an idiot because I probably already had good mufflers and stuff. Yep, I knew it. Oh no, that's just because I have 2 of them. I messed up Aaron. As we snake our way down the car, we need front exhaust pipe, V8 overhead valve C's. Now, if I remember correctly, I cannot put those on yet because the exhaust has to, actually, no, I think I could put them in if I don't have the headers hooked up. Come on, there we go. cross member, get our rubber bushings put in first. Once those are in, we can start focusing on getting the rest of the front suspension. Did my steering rack make it through? Yes, it did. Alright, you know what? We're going to work on getting this put together here a little bit. Bottom suspension. Okay, now those survived. I need a sway bar B, which means end-link Bs. I need 2 of these. I need hub bearings and caps. And we're near a double wishbone. Inner and outer tie rods. And while that we're at it, we might as well get 2 ventilated rotors, 2 sets of pads. We're going to have to go build our struts here. Our wheel bearing in. Brake caliper on, and that'll give us the indicator that we've got everything on that side built. Sway bars in. End links on. Alright, let's go build those struts. See how long this works. We get this all put together. Alright, so we got our front springs. Alright, that side is good to go. Knuckle on, tie rod, both of them. So this car hopefully is going to bring me some decent money. Seeing how I do have 2 of them, one is obviously going to get sold and the other is going to get kept. End link is on. Our hub, our wheel bearing, our center cap, and then our brakes. God damn it. So finicky. Alright, now bam, wheels. Alright, so we've got our Cobra pretty much put together. Now comes the easy part. Where's the rim I'm looking for? I want the new edge rim. Right there. 17s and 19s. I want to stagger them. And we're not going to put those on. I'm going to put these on. So 17s with a 225 front. And then 19s with a 275. Not doing anything super special here. Let's move over and get these going here. These I think are front tires. Yep, that's our front. Come on, tire balancer, do your job. Oh yeah. Big meats on the back. Take that one, take this one, put this over here, go balance that. Get our other big fat meaty ass rear tire going. And of course this one's going to take 3 spins on the good old washing machine here. So now we're balancing all 4. We'll go ahead and get our tires put on. Then we'll lower the car back down because when the engine goes back in, obviously it has to be down on the ground. Then bring it back up to do all the drivetrain connections. So, as we make our way back to our Mustang, I want my 275 R19 on the back. Another 275. So that should fill the wheel gap in on that, because we did notice that the rear had a little bit of wheel gap to it. Okay, so yeah, get the hell out of my way, engine hoist. These are Denny Hamlin NASCAR guns here to get our wheels back on, so let's take a look. Lower this car back down to the ground level. Almost close to it. That looks about right. Wrong style rim for this era of car, but this is the correct style for a new Edge. What is in my inventory? Nothing good. Alright, because we need to take this motor apart. It's definitely a Ford motor. The distributor is on the front. Which, I mean, it is on all of them on here, but still. I'd still like to see performance parts. Get these things to highlight, the spark plugs. And now comes the part I hate. Taking all these freaking rocker arms and valves out. center over. That way it's not a pain in the ass. I see myself going broke making all these damn cars here. Please tell me we don't have any fouled pistons, which we don't. So that's a blessing. Get all that off. Our fuel filter, alternator. Pulley. Pump. Now we can take our timing cover off, get all that exposed, pull the cam out. Take this manifold off. I think as long as I put the manifold on inside the engine bay, we're fine. All the headers. And we'll focus down to the rocker arms to make it easier to see. Almost done with half the battle. Now our head's ready to come out. All the pistons look pretty good, surprisingly. Rotate this son bitch upside down. I like how I did this with the stand where you don't spill oil everywhere. Get a good look here at the internals. Rod cap, piston. This motor actually looks pretty damn clean. We should do a swap, but right now they don't offer. If this was an SVT, it should have been supercharged. Let's go ahead and do both rod caps since I'm right there next to them. Double drop some pistons. And the interior workings of this car is actually not that bad. Alright, so now we've got that all tore down. Let's see what is repairable and what is not. And in the inventory, what do we have that has not made par? Air filter, that's fine. Wires, distributor, plugs. I absolutely hate rocker arms. All these freaking valves and push rods. So far, so good with all this. I think we got all good, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, awesome. So a lot of our parts here are still in really, really good mechanical condition. Let's bolt down our mains. So I don't know if that glitch is still there or not. If you bolt down the mains, the oil pan goes on, but nope, not happening. Alright, so we need engine parts. Eight of these. 8 sets of rings. All our rod caps were good, so we're good with that. Little rod cap on. Rod caps. Rod caps. Come on. Come on, highlight. You were right there. 8 brand new pistons. That's crazy that it actually salvaged all the rod caps to 100. So now we can put our oil pan on. Our alternator back on. Power steering pump while we're under here. And oil filter. That while we're here. And now we can rotate the motor back around. Go back to assembly mode. Our heads are good. Don't worry about any of that yet. Put our camshaft back in. Need our overhead valve cam. Timing chain overhead valves. It's nice to see the achievements are working now. I know we're going to need a distributor because that was fucked. Bolt in our new water pump. Well, reconditioned. So new water pump pulley. That's a supercharger. Need that, and what the hell I need? I need a crank pulley overhead valve. And technically now we can put our belts on. Serpentine overhead valve A. And serpentine overhead valve B. Oh, the ignition coil made it through. We need a radiator fan, overhead valve. Fuel filter. Our fuel filter put on. Our new flex light fan. Another head bolted in. So now I'm going to have to buy 16 rockers and 16 valves. Let's do... I think everything else survived. I need 16 of these. And we're gonna need 16 of these. So we've got our ignition distributor. Our rotor made it through, so did our cap. Put our clips on. Not putting spark plugs back in just yet. What's up, Thomas? Put our carbs on. Which they really don't look that damn different than when I took them off. There, we'll go with air filter base, but then we'll move around to putting in valves. And then we'll do our rockers individually. This is the most pain in the ass part of the entire process of building a motor, is putting all the rocker arms on. Without a doubt. Pretty sure I'm going to need one of the valve covers because I don't have it. And it's head cover B. No, I do have that one. Holy crap. This one might have been the one that had all of them, I think. Oh, it's the Camaro that's missing one. Alright, so we're going to need... Oops. Spark plugs. We're going to need 8 of those. And then we're going to need wires for the V8. These spark plugs back in on one side. The exhaust I am purposely leaving off for right now. Screw it, let's get the air filter. Air filter round 2 carb. Get this damn base put back on, that way it leaves me alone about putting the top end on. Spark plugs. Now we can put our ignition wires on. And now we can actually get into putting our rocker arms and push rods in. Get this motor pretty much ready to go back in the car here. I wonder if there's liveries for this thing. Kind of curious. We haven't spent as much money on this car as I thought we would, but... No, there you go. Valve cover goes back on. And this bitch is ready to go back in the, take engine off crate. Hit the wrong button. Install engine to car. Move this to lifter B. You can see now we have a complete brand new motor inside of here. I was able to salvage the radiator, so that's good. As well as the brake booster. It's not a servo. So now we're gonna bolt our headers in. After these three, I don't know, seeing how it usually takes right around about an hour to do a car, so 3 cars at about an hour a piece, that's 3 hours. I might call it quits after 3, mainly because there's the rest of the DLC car, or not DLC, but the modded cars. The only way to get them is to either go to the auction or to the car salon, and I'm not paying $200,000 for a car when I can go to the auction and hopefully get one cheaper. But I think we're going to try and get these 3 done, and depending on how long it takes to get them all done, I might do another one, but it's probably just more than likely going to be 3. Put some oil in this car. Alright, so now we've got to lift the car up. We can, at this point, close the hood. I love seeing that Shelby emblem on there. Alright, so we need a flywheel. Flywheel, release bearing, clutch plate, and a pressure plate. And then with any luck, our transmission and drive shaft all survived, and starter. Yep, transmission is golden. Starter survived as well. Let's spin around and see if we can get an angle on this drive shaft. Shit from here. Alright, last piece of this car is going in before we take it over to the paint shop. That's a complete car. So let's drop this Mustang to the ground. And we're going to move this baby over to... let's see, did we get everything at 100 here? Yeah, we did. Move car to paint shop. Where we're going to rip the interior out. Ow! Fucking door always hits me in the face. Open. Take those terrible looking seats out. Alright, so looking in the inventory, Did they move it now? Oh, there it is. It has a Dodge bench in it. That's interesting. Has a Challenger bench. Intriguing. Oh, whatever. Challenger bench. Now we can choose the seats that we want. And get a good steering wheel here. This doesn't look that bad, but it doesn't fit the Mustang. Fuck it, let's go with that. So we're gonna put our new bench seat in. Alright, so that's that. Our interior is looking good. Oh, did I not do the, let's move this back for a second, though. Let's get that welder. Make sure there's nothing on this car that needed. Okay, did that bring the value or the global parts condition up any? No. Paint shop. The welder moved itself. Alright. Let's see, what do we got for paint schemes here? No liveries. I don't know if I want metallic. I don't know what the hell it is with me and burnt orange, but I really love that color. Oh, wow. They actually made a sound for it now. I'm going to go back to lifter A one more time. And move this kit here over to our new Mustang, which looks pretty freaking sick now. Alright, so what the fuck is the reason why it's only at a 92% body? So we just detailed the piss out of it. And for some reason you only get to 92%. At least it's not telling me anything's missing. So what we're going to do now is move car to parking B. Well, not parking B, but over here. And chink. Screenshot it. What is this car's value now? Only 23 grand. No. Get the fuck out of here. We're going to move this car to parking. And now we'll work on an old Mustang here. Battery gonna come out. Brake boosters coming out. Fan will be fine. Lift this up, get it ready to go. drive shaft out. Starter out. This out. Jake from State Farm, what do you want?
And who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
Alright, so the motor is ready to go. We're gonna start jacking out all the suspension components as always. Stop it.
And who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
Zoom out just a tad. You know, a little bit of rust here on the cross member, but this is an old ass car, so we should be alright. Sway bar out of the way. Use that X-ray vision. The fuck is oh. Bye, cross member. Well, these parts look alright. Get out. So there's all the front suspension gone. Pretty empty here. Hey, Jessica. Let's see. Let's get the rear tires off. Now imagine another car with a solid leaf. These out. One side stripped down. Our fuel pump and fuel tank out. Get the bushings. The leaves. Those out. Very important. Man, those shocks are on one hell of a lean. I don't know why they would do that on the Boss, but apparently they did. It's not the first car in the game I've seen with the leaf springs angled so far forward. Okay, we can drop the leaf springs, spin around here, get the tire out. So I kind of like these vintage tires. The tread pattern on them is pretty sweet. Our hub, our knuckle housing. Alright, so So that's all the drivetrain components. Let's drop this thing down and get the motor pulled out. Took the motor out, so we've got a clean bay. Let's add an engine to it. Alright, so we've got another V8 added to it. Go over here and play the repair game. See how much we can get fixed. Sometimes you get the spamming that button and you can't stop. Alright, what did not survive? Well, number one, we don't want that shit. Or that. Battery we're gonna save. Figured that wouldn't survive. Shit. Got a little delete happy there. The rest of these look legit, other than the damn part that I sold that I shouldn't have. Oh boy. Well, at least these parts are removable from the car, so we're gonna find out. What all we can do here. Oh, nice. That'll make it a lot easier. Because it is a pain in the ass going back and forth to the auction and striking out a lot. Alright, so let's look in our inventory here. We're going to sell off all our Ford parts and put new ones on. No, I don't want to sell that. I want to sell this and this. That's the biggest thing. I spent way too much money on my Gumpert Apollo S. I spent almost $260,000 for it. So, yeah, I'm definitely have to go in there and mess with the file. Just looking at this car, even though it's gutted, it's still pretty sweet. Go to the body shop and see what we can find. Ford Bosch 302. Did I just buy the fender? Alright, that should be everything to put the body back right. Left front fender, hood, front glass, door, side mirror, side window. Damn it, look too far away. The other way. Oh, I've got plenty of cars that are worth a decent chunk of change that I could sell out of my parking right now, so it's not really too much of a big deal. New window in behind that. I always have a habit of building up cars that I've completed building and then just collectively selling them all off. Alright, the fuck? I was about to say, I better say Mustang and not Roulette or whatever. So we've got that back to a completed body state. Now we need to go into suspension again. And we need to back out of the body shop. Now see, I used the CMS 18 promo thing that they did, so it gave me level 46 and $500,000. I got tired of the game crashing from day one, so I just said to hell with it, and once they finally had it out there, I was like, alright, I'll use it. I don't care about the sway bar, I was trying to get the steering rack. Once they get all the goofy bugs out of the way, I'll go back and I'll go legit again. But as of right now, I'm still using their CMS promo profile, so I can at least have fun. Oh, dude, it was freaking terrible on day one. I mean, I had parts that were just like floating all over the place, nothing lined up. It was absolutely ridiculous. I've probably restarted this, well, not this profile, but luckily this one has not crashed on me, but I probably restarted profiles at least a dozen times. See, wheel hub, wheel caps. I need double wishbones. 2 of those, going to brakes. Vented. Put those on there. Why did I force its pads? Frustrating was probably probably the understatement of the year. It made me want to put my head through the wall quite a few times. You'd get so far in the car and like you'd mount the rim, the tire would be way over here, the rim would be like offset inside the car, and you're like, what the actual fuck? And honestly, I had given up on this game for a while. I was tired. I was like, okay, yeah, they're just gonna put little dinky patches in that just do minute things. So I took a break for a while, and then, like I said, once we found that there was modded cars, what's the chance of a modded car going bad? hell's the people blowing me up on Facebook here lately? Alright, let's see what we're doing. Yeah, that's what I'd heard. You gotta really be careful with the mods. Because I'm a little bit worried to do that S13 Sylvia. Because there's one of them I said that, or it said that it has a good possibility of breaking the game. Not cool. I know I screwed up on this one. Trying to think what I want to do wheel-wise here. Knew I'd messed that up and accidentally sold one. Alright, so we're back to wheel status on that one. What the hell are they? Put the double wishbone in there. I do believe that puts all that back together. Front exhaust. So it's going to be overhead, middle muffler, and then front exhaust, overhead, valve A. Pair of middle mufflers. And then a pair of overhead valve mufflers. Alright, let's get as much of this back in as we can. Good parts, and then probably nothing. Yep. It's fine with me. Need 4 of these. I'm pretty sure those are B's. Now that I bought them, they're probably going to be wrong. Fuel tank. Fuel pump. Bushing. Bushing. Hey, I got the right shock absorber for once. How the hell did I? Oh, because I never sold the other one. Let's say. Bushing in. You son of a bitch. Why is it still showing all the old parts? I got rid of all these. Oh. Now we are forced to go to brakes. I get one of these and two of these. Now I'll throw that one back into the state of being complete. That one's complete. So our suspension is good. I got that primered panel, has the Boss logo on it, which is extremely non-realistic. Alright, what are we going to do for rims on this one? Look at these. Bitch is installed. Super narrow on the front, super fat ass on the rear. Not putting different tires, I'm putting different size rims. It's called staggering. Oh, if you're talking about the different size tire widths, it's a rear wheel drive car. You want a wider contact patch where your power is delivered to. Unless you're front wheel drive. Plus it was a huge thing back in the golden days of muscle cars. You always put the widest rear tires you could find on it. Give it that mean ass stance. Those are some beefy tires. It don't even look like it's that much wider. Well, it's a hell of a lot wider than it was. Don't look that bad. Get the hell out of here. Spamming piece of shit. Yeah, there's what they're talking about some of the shit sticking through the car, which is not a big deal. I mean, how? Oh shit! Did I not put the battery on the charger? No, I did not. No, I don't want to sell the battery. I want to put the battery on the charger. I wonder if I can move this car to the paint shop. Haha, I can. See what they used for a bench seat in this thing. Stop it. They used a bench Hellcat and a seat Challenger. Alright, so now we know that. Bench Hellcat. Seat Challenger. And then we need a bench Hellcat. Alright, let's put the body back together. Close that door. There shouldn't be any libraries for this car. Nope, good. Alright, let's do this. Let's find something that just absolutely screams. Alright. Aha. What the hell? Ah, okay, I see what it did. Trying to get it as freaking wide as I can. Hell, we're not ever gonna know what color we're at. That color looks pretty good. Lifter B. Watch out for the deadly swinging doors. Make sure. Put that there. Everything's all shiny now. Alright, so we just need to put in radiator. Our battery back. Get off the charger here. batteries back in. So now, let's look in our inventory. We've got our starter. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. You know, I really don't feel like messing with this motor. We got the SVT Cobra done and thrown up in the parking garage. We've got our 302 Mustang pretty freaking close. All we gotta do is just rebuild the engine on it. So I think what we'll do before I pull this one down is we're gonna go check out our parking garage, and I'll show you guys the car that I paid way too much money for, along with the other stuff I was sitting up here. Alright, so starting off, we have my restored Dodge Challenger, my Dodge Charger, and yes, I did pick up a S13 Sylvia, and the Bolt Atlanta. Yeah, it's got a Mopar motor in it. And here's our Gumper, along with our 32 Ford. And another Mustang, and there's the one that we just built. So here's shitty Mustang, shiny Mustang. I have no idea what my fascination with orange is, but it's there. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Where's the engine? Holy shitballs. I kinda wanna sit in this thing. Haha. Oh, come on. You're a 4-star car. Why didn't you start? Wow, I spent over $250,000 on a car and you can't even start the son of a bitch. What about this one here? Damn it. Quit being so sensitive. Motherfucking... Ooh. That thing sounds sick. Does my other Mustang run? Nope. Alright, so that Mustang don't run, but this one sure as hell does. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in here or not. Don't ding my door. Yeah, that one fires up. No problem. Of course, I'd hope so. I just built the damn thing. Okay, so $250,000 car doesn't start. What about this hunk of crap here? Seriously? A cheap-ass car with a... well, it's a Mopar motor. I wonder if the S13 starts. Oh my god, really, Lambo door? What the hell, the S13 even starts? I know my Charger starts. Should instant start. Why is it in neutral? It should be in park. Alright, let's start the Challenger. Same. Oh, pistol grip shifter. Alright, how much is this car worth? 71 grand? 100 and 100. Not missing a damn thing on it. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna sell it just yet. How much is my Charger worth? That one only got the 92, but it's still worth 62 grand. The Mustang disappointed me. It's not worth as much as I thought it would be. It's only worth $23,000? Shit. This thing blew me away though, starting it. I didn't hear it one more time. That's violent. Alright, so we're gonna move that thing into the garage. Too bad the drag strip doesn't work or whatever the hell it is. I want to see what this thing's got underneath it. Longer drive shaft than I thought, but hey. Those look like different coilovers. Wow, okay, till I got up there. This is actually a pretty beastly looking car. That's awesome. A lot of the older cars had them. They didn't have buckets, they just had a bench going across the front. This one probably isn't going to start. Not that I can get it anyways. I know what we're going to do. Wow. I just did rust repair on it and it didn't do shit. I know why this one's not starting. It's because it's missing a bunch of shit. And this one's missing everything. Alright, so yeah, I think that's a good point to save and return to the main menu. Hey, now we're on version 1.3.0, so it updated again. So what they do, fix painting problems, systems without proper video codec should now run game without black screen, inventory sorting, font fixed, tire changing back to stock bug fixed, engine crane with only one locked icon fixed, single parts painting errors fixed, chameleon paint on single parts fixed, some license plates redone, choose car menu, now have car version and color information, added paint shop sound effects, added paint shop particle effects. So apparently from the time I launched the game to the time I started playing it, we went from version 1. Whatever. We've gone from 1.28 I think to 1.2.8 to 1.3.0. So that might make a difference there. I'd love to be able to do what he's actually doing right there, knocking body panels off and then tack welding sections back on, hammering out stuff for stud welding and all that shit. But Sadly, I don't think we'll ever see the game state get to that. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys like what you saw, hit that like button, hit the subscribe. And now that we have modded cars that actually work in here, it's definitely renewed the faith. So I'll be playing more of this than I have been in the past. I'm going to be playing some other newer games as well too as I start picking them up. And as always, you can still catch me with my PlayStation 4 broadcasts on here as well. So thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next episode.